Good morning, guys. Hello. Hey, Red Mama. Hey, good morning, everybody. Or good afternoon, I guess. It's, yeah, definitely afternoon. Thank you all for being here. 15 degrees today. It's about 30 here where I'm at. And and I'm in West Virginia. You can see it on the license plate right there. I'm in West Virginia. I'm not in Tennessee. That was just what that uh, pamphlet read. Let's see. Yeah, this pamphlet. So I know, right, Red Mama? Hey, Russell. How you doing? Oh, hey, Mama Jan. Good to see you, Mama Jan. Thank you for being here. Thank you guys for being here, all of you. There's a few of you in here. So I'm going to be headed to camp. I need to go, I think, pick up a couple of items over there and check in on my stuff. So we'll be headed down the highway here in a minute. And let's see what there is to see. I know I didn't post any pictures, but I've gotten some more work done on the trailer. Hey, Ellen. Good morning, Brenda, or good afternoon. Hello, Brenda. I saw you earlier. I was in services, so I really wasn't going to speak. I just wanted you guys to hear the sermon, uh, so that you guys know that would not be the regular uh, preacher here. From what I'm to understand, they lost their preacher in September in a motorcycle accident. And so now they've got some guys to fill in until the beginning of the new year. I believe the new year they're going to have their preacher situation stabilized here at the congregation. This is the typical church services that I attend. It's pretty comfortable here. Hung out. They had a little luncheon afterwards. So yeah, we sat around and ate. I got to meet a lot of people. It's kind of like, for me, it's kind of like the opportune and or perfect moment to get to know people of the congregation because everybody's just sitting around eating, kind of relaxed and just enjoying. Hey, the missus, how you doing? Good to see you here. But yeah, so uh, I got to meet a lot of the people. Fortunately, a lot of them are Cowboys fans because I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan, though I don't follow football right anymore. I haven't for a few years due to their political things that they were doing. For those that don't know, I used to be a season ticket holder to the Dallas Cowboys, and I gave it all up due to the politicization of the NFL. I was not in agreement. I was not in agreement with it, and so I let it go. And anyway, so one of the follow-ups to the sermon, we just had a small devotion before the luncheon was over. Were you able to promote Camp Freedom? Uh, Here, I am speaking. Well, of course, look back here. Of course, I see my flags flying, and everybody was wondering, uh, who's the guy with the flags? And everybody was like, it's him. He's the new guy. It's the new vehicle outside. I'm gonna go straighten out my flags real quick. I'll be right back in a second. They're all wrapped around each other. And of course, they welcomed me back. So we'll see how that works out with my scheduling and everything. I'm gonna try to schedule it in And yeah, so try to be here as often as I can to associate and get to know the people of the congregation. Out in the backwoods in the middle of nowhere, west by God, Virginia. What is salvation through Jesus Christ? Look at John 14:6. I don't know how much I meant to grab the route that I was going to be taking. See what I can do here. Don't necessarily know how to get back to camp from here. I haven't been out here before, so it's a new area for me. So give me a second here, guys. Give me a second, guys. What's the name of that road? Wow, I don't even remember the name of the road, guys. I'm lost. Give me a minute. Come on, Matt. Where you at? Oh, darn. Yeah, I know what it is. Let's see. So this could be like a 35-minute trip, give or take. Oh yeah, I guess I'm headed back into.
Starting route to 1333 Buckfield Road. Head west on Old Country Road.
Don't need you to tell me where to go. I know where to go. Headed north. Yeah, so that was interesting services this morning. I gathered it was again due to the fact that they don't have their regular preacher, unfortunately, but they're working on it. Yeah, so I'm out here and I have no idea, but I'm out here. Thank you all for joining me, guys. Appreciate it. Headed over to Camp Freedom. Of course, I won't be able to show you the very much, but we'll get there. So I got a lot more accomplished in the tiny home last night for Victoria, and stayed out pretty late working on that. I was up till 1 o'clock this morning. For those of you that know that I redid all the heating piping for her trailer. The hoses that she, unquote, the air were all rotted out and had holes in them. So I did it in hard pipe made it nice and solid so that it won't deteriorate as quickly, I guess you could say. And I got that whole front face rebuilt on the at the front of the heater and the electrical panel that go there in that part of the trailer. But I got all that rebuilt last night. That was kind of cool. Uh, Now I'm setting the countertop and the get all that piped in and rebuilt because a lot of that had broken apart somewhat. And so yeah, I'm basically rebuilding a lot of the items in there for her. That way she won't have problems with them later. Doggone it, I just passed my road. So she won't have a lot of problems, so that all that's cleared up. The possibility of the mold that we're cutting out the bad stuff and putting in new stuff so that it's in good condition. And yeah, we'll continue on with that. You guys get a little bit better view whenever I get back over to the trailer, to the tiny home, and start working on it again. I hope to show you guys. Hey, Dixie. Hope to show you guys. Long time no see. Hope you're doing well. Yes. Oh, that's Diana. I'm sorry. Hey, Diana. Thank you. Yeah, Diane. Thank you. Yes, I'm doing well. Thank you guys for being here. Hey, Patricia. How you doing? Let's see. Good morning. Love Country Churches. Glad that you're helping Curly with her tiny home. Yeah, it's coming along well. It's starting. Things are starting to complete. Uh, to the extent that they can get paint put on them and stuff like that. It can be painted. So, but yeah, it's coming along pretty well. I haven't done much more of the flooring since I think the pictures. Well, actually, I did a little bit more since the pictures. Completed everything up to the bed and around the corner of the bed. Haven't quite completed that wall. There's still things I need to do there to make all that function properly and work well and look good. I'm getting a lot of knowledge on how these things come apart and go together. So it's kind of an exciting time for me to learn this. I've received a recently received an opportunity to possibly do something like this on the regular. Don't know how that's going to work out. We'll see how that plays out. That could be good content to come. We'll just have to see how all this plays out as my our goal and intent is to give back to the community as always, and make people more aware of what's going on in the political realm today. It's almost horrible to see the things that we're dealing with these days, and we're just trying to live a normal life, and we can't. I know right now I'm practically living paycheck to paycheck, which is not a good thing. And but that's what happens when the economy takes a dive like ours has, as dramatically as it has in just a short period of time. At the time that I got my job, figure this: at the time that I got the job, I knew that I could survive on those monies that I was going to be earning. They were below my normal intake, but at the same time, I can manage to be more frugal, and I know that I could survive. And but as time has gone on, it just continually gets worse. Instead of getting better, it's only getting worse for me. Uh, but that's life right now, and it's unfortunate for all of us that we're all having to deal with the lack of monies due to the economy. It's not that we're making less; it's just that we're spending more, just trying to survive. Gas prices. Gas came down another couple of cents just recently after being up for the longest at the price that it was, and it came down 6 cents. I mean, woohoo! Yeah, a whole 6 cents. It only went up $3, $2.50, whatever, and it's come back what, a dollar. So we're still hurting with that for all those that have to pay for their fuel normally every day kind of thing. I'm fortunate that the company provides me fuel for work, so that was part of the enabler to take the job at the time, other than the fact that I needed a job. But yeah, so life is what it is. Hopefully, I should be getting a raise pretty soon. I'm to understand it to be somewhat of a significant raise if I do get one. Pretty excited about that. That'll help pay these bills and everything that we've got going on right now to survive. Your water and your electric and rent payments and stuff like that. It all takes money. And but yeah, so I'm managing uh, slowly but surely. I'm managing. I think things will be looking up for me hopefully soon, sooner than later. Of course, we always expect that. We always want that. The part of the sermon this morning was talking about Thanksgiving and feast. Feast was the main topic of the sermon today. Why did they have so many feasts back in the day, and why do we have so few now? Uh, it's just kind of the way the world goes right now. So we take what we can and we leave the rest for everybody else, for the others. But yeah, so they had dinner, they had lunch there for us, brought in by all the different families of the congregation. There was some shredded beef, some chili, Brussels sprouts that were magnificent. It was like they were sautéed and chopped in half, and I mean onions. Wow, what the flavor was awesome. Let's see, mashed potatoes, potato salad, a nice salad. Mm, then of course, well, dinner rolls and whatnot. And then they had dessert. They had this. Oh man, it was so rich. I had to try it because it just looked good. It had. I know it was going to be rich looking at it, but it was a little bit more rich than I had expected it to be. But it was still good. Chocolate chips. It had a. I think it was a cherry swirl with some mousse, baked into a chocolate cake that was done. Seems to me a little bit kind of a newer recipe. I don't know. Maybe they did them back in the old days. I just don't recall. But it kind of had like the pudding filling with the strawberry filling or the cherry filling and the mousse, white mousse filling. So that was pretty good. So yeah, and I'm on some back roads. I have no idea where I'm at, guys. I'm just following the map. Let it tell me where to go. I don't know these roads. I haven't been back here on them before. I guess slowly I'll begin to learn these roads the more and more I traverse them. But I got some information about my trailer from the heavy rains we received the other day. So I need to go check on that, uh, figure out what I'm going to do, because I can't have all that water coming up on my trailer the way it did. So we'll figure something else out. But yeah, thank you all for being here. And yeah, as you can see, of course, the back seat of my truck is a filthy mess still. Again, over and over. I clean it and it winds up just like that again. I what was I going to say? Oh, and Yellow Level's missing because he is in the trailer doing work. Hopefully, he gets all that work done before I get back. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, so that's where he's at. Oh, that's where I got my driver's license. Huh. And for those of you that don't know, I now have a West Virginia driver's license. That's kind of exciting in and of itself. I guess you could say now I'm literally a resident of West Virginia. And yeah, that kind of put that down in stone whenever I got that driver's license. But yeah, so oh, flip back. Hey Sam, how you doing? Thanks for answering me. I had to leave, but now back. Oh, okay, yeah. I've missed you guys to some extent. Yeah, I mean, I guess I kind of got used to the live stream thing, and then even though I don't have never really, I don't know, again, just not my cup of tea kind of thing. But I kind of enjoyed it the time that I was doing it, and then when I wasn't doing it, kind of felt like I was missing something. And so yeah, the it is what it is. But I'm not going to say it because I always do and it never happens. So I'm just going to kind of let it ride for now. Let's see how much different I can be with the live streaming times. I know that there's a particular individual that has been going through my feeds. Uh, I really don't know what kind of information they're trying to get other than where are these guys at information. Uh, if I remember correctly, the name of the guy is Larry. If anybody knows, he's been digging deep, as so much so that he's observing the contours of the road, of the declination on a roadway. The I don't know. It was kind of crazy everything that I was reading that he was doing, and yeah, he pretty much picked my stream apart last time. I read a lot of the comments that he was coming up with. It's all idiotic, and at the same time, I don't know. Other people's kids, what do you do with them? You really can't change anything about what they are, who they are, and what they're doing. But I mean, I just don't get the gist of why they're so interested in uh, any of us, for that matter, much less my stream. But yeah, that guy is Larry Drycoal or something like that, I believe. Driscoll, Drycoal, something like that. And yeah, he's been tearing my stuff apart. But to each their own. Uh, if he gets any information out of my streams, so be it. Can't stop it. I mean, I did put this out publicly, so yeah, they'll never get in there. Yeah, me either, Mama Jen. I was curious if anybody had heard that name before. I'm trying to remember where the name was at that I saw it, where he was picking apart my stream. Uh, I just don't remember what platform I was looking at during the time. It may have been a Twitter platform. I'm not sure. It was a bloodied old deer all over the road. That was nasty. Ugh. But yeah, so they can figure out what they want. I'm not concerned. West Virginia is a 2A state, and I'm pro 2A myself, so that just makes it all the better. So yeah, it, you know, like you said, trying to get into Camp Freedom, that ain't gonna happen. Uh, there's really no way to get in there unless you know the people that are there. So, because there's too many of us that are paying attention and watching all the time. So I'm not too far outside of Martinsburg right now, which is pretty much the way I'm headed towards Martinsburg. Yeah, because I'm headed due north right now on my in my truck, according to the compass in my truck. It says I'm headed due north towards Martinsburg. So where I was at church was south of Martinsburg per se, pretty much. Yeah, it was a nice little quaint church, old traditional style, Church of Christ. A lot of people had asked me how come I hadn't attended services when RM was running around to the going to the churches that we're going to, and it was plain and simple for me. It just wasn't my style of teaching, services, congregation, anything like that. So I refrained from it and watched the stream here and there on what they were associated with, and not my cup of tea. And I chose not to be associated with it. I didn't ask to stream the sermon this morning. But that's why I left the camera down in the position that I did. I did show y'all a little bit of the congregation, but I left the camera down mostly just so that y'all could hear the sermon and the singing that was going on. But that's more my style, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed being there this morning. This is the fourth or fifth week, I believe, that I have been looking for a congregation to attend, and this one was good. I'm not going to complain. They definitely invited me back, so more than likely I'll be returning. We'll have to wait and see how my schedule, like I said, plays out. But yeah, so I had a good time in the services this morning. I enjoyed the sermon. I enjoyed the singing. Of course, got to partake in the Lord's Supper, which was also very nice. And then we had a luncheon fellowship afterwards, and a small devotion after that. After we finished eating, and that's when I uh, made it down the road, headed the direction that I'm headed in. Man, and I needed to pick up some nails, and I forgot. I think I should be okay. But yeah, so I'm going to go back and work on the tiny home after I go and check my place out and make sure that everything's kosher there. Man, I'm full. Ate a good lunch. Much appreciated. Thanks to all those that served this morning. So I don't. Patricia doing good. Thanks. Hope. Hey, Sino, how you doing? I've been doing well, Sino. I've been pretty busy, and yeah, starting to catch up to the things that I need to be catching up with. Uh, Getting everything organized, fixed, painted, sealed, whatever it is we need to be doing. I haven't been to see my trailer in a couple of days. I need to go and check it out. So I'm headed that way now, I think. I'm not quite sure where I'm at. Well, I mean, I know where I'm at, but I'm not quite sure how to get back to where I need to be. So I'm following my map. Normally it would be my Waze app, but right now I'm having to use Google Maps. Don't like using these, but it is what it is. Hey, there's a Lowe's. I must be near 80. Oh, I am. I'm 81 in Martinsburg. Okay. Darn it. Had to think about that real quick. You can see my flags now are furling. There's one on the other side, but of course the window's still broke. I haven't fixed it. That's $1,000 window with my $1,000 light and everything else. It just things like that have to wait. I did spend the money at one point for the light, but it was the wrong light. They sent me the wrong light, and they did not have the other one to replace it with. They didn't have the one that I needed, so I didn't get that taken care of. Got reimbursed, and of course used the money in other locations as usual. But yeah, so uh, I don't know. It's good to see you all here this morning. Tree Hassan. Hey, Patricia Kinini, how you doing? Mama who? Wait, wait, wait. Mama Earth. Hey, Mama Earth. There's a tiny home, a kit that can be purchased. I'm thinking to build one on my dad's property. Uh, I don't know that. I would assume that you can do that, Mama Earth. I cannot make. I don't know the answer to that question. Basically, what we have done, or what Victoria has done, is she purchased a mobile trailer, RV trailer, and the floor needed to be redone, which is what I've done to date. And of course, as we got deeper into it, the more and more needed to be done, the more it entailed. And of course, we've been working on it steadily but surely. And but it's an RV trailer that she's making into her tiny home. Those are her words. She calls it her tiny home, which is totally fine. Uh, that's what she wants. That's what she's getting. So I told her I could help her with it, and we've managed to, I think, come a long ways with it. Uh, Considering everything was completely torn out of the floors, and a lot of the stuff is now sitting back on the floors. I I'm going to be doing her counter, her sink, stove, drawer, countertop, the whole piece. A couple of pieces broke off, needed to be replaced. These two, they were black in nature, so uh, Victoria equated to black mold, which I'm not going to argue. I don't know anything about black mold, but I know it's not good for you. So if she wants it replaced, it gets replaced. It's pretty much that simple. This is for her, and so that's what she'll get what she asks for most often and everything that she's done because it's her tiny home. I'm just labor of love helping. We'll just put it that way. But yeah, so but like I said, it might be an experience that I am getting doing this for her that will enable me to maybe to try to continue to do it uh, for profit as a career, or at least to get. It's mostly for the community of Berkeley County, that the request has been made. So we'll see how all that works out. I'm still very interested in it. I don't know how lucrative my job and or work will continue to be. I know that at the beginning of the year, I'm going to be moving to a different job site, which is going to take me, give or take, another 25 minutes farther than what I'm traveling right now for work. Uh, I'm not, I'm not upset about that. I've driven this area so much, guys, that to drive to work means nothing almost. Uh, I've driven up to 2.5 hours one way daily. Yeah, spending 5 hours on the road driving, 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours at work. Those were my 15, 18, 20-hour days that I did a lot of when I was younger. I don't like to do those anymore. I got myself out of the position that I don't have to, though I can if I want. I just don't like to anymore. It's gotten a little bit, you know, I've gotten older. I know that. And my body doesn't recuperate as quickly as it used to on the long nights, early morning kind of thing. And that takes a toll on my body after a little while. So I just try to take it easier nowadays. Try not to overwhelm myself through the hours of a day. Try to take it nonchalantly and take it with a grain of salt too. So the we'll see how all this works out. See what I get to do. See if I get the opportunity to do it. Yeah, down in road work. A nice boat for sale. I don't mind going boating. I don't see myself owning a boat. Maybe a skiff, something I can paddle across the lake. But as far as owning a boat, nah. My cousins own boats, and I can go down there and go on a boat fishing if that's what I wanted to do. I don't have to have one. But yeah, I guess I have been on a boat here in this area of the world, and I still haven't picked up these soybeans. What's up? They got to be dry. Crop insurance, what? Everywhere around me, all the crops are picked up. I wonder why this one's still on the ground. Almost doesn't make sense. Harvesting's pretty much over for everybody. Yeah, so. Oh, I know that road. Oh, I know where I'm at. Yeah, I know where I'm at now. Cool. Oh, I don't know if you guys know. I think I told y'all that I had purchased a riding mower. Well, I got to use it for about 5 minutes, and then it blew oil, which means it has probably a blown head gasket. Haven't gotten to that yet. Something else I still need to work on. Everybody tells me I should open up a small engine repair shop here in Berkeley County. It would probably do very well. I'm not into mechanics like I used to back in the day. So I don't know that that would be something that I would want to do. I guess the biggest thing that I really want to do is operate my own homestead. Uh, get my animals and my gardens and my, all those things prepped and taken care of. That way I can be dependent upon me, though I do know that everything takes money. But money isn't necessarily all that's necessary. The bartering system from back in the day is still alive and well, and especially amongst the homesteading people everywhere. So I don't think that I need money per se to continue to survive and to get the things that I need. So I, you know, would rather do the bartering system than having to worry about monies, which is all fine and dandy. There's if there's a will, there's a way, guys. There's always a way to get around the system per se, and I think that I just went the wrong way. Darn it. So I'll correct that. Nobody. Needed to go this way. There we go. So yeah, like I said, I'm out in the middle of nowhere, so I'm on old country roads. Doing the stop and go there at that moment probably wasn't that big of a deal. Well, I'm sure some people would think that was kind of strange to do. I'm kosher with it. Nice lake here on the right hand side, or pond. Yeah, it's a big pond. So yeah, we'll go down here to Camp Freedom, see what's going on down here. I don't. I talked to Hal the other day. I believe Hal said that he's gone till spring, is what he told me. Whether or not he returns, I don't know. But he pretty much told me he was gone till spring. He'll return at springtime. It's gotten cold out here. For those of you that don't know or haven't heard, it was this morning when I turned in. I think it was 25. Real feel was like 18 degrees with the wind chill. This morning, I guess it was around 6. It was showing that it was 27 outside, I believe. Real feel was 16. And then at 8, when I got up, yeah, I was in bed that late. When it was at 8, when I got up, it was 21 and felt like 11. Was glad I was still in bed. We'll just put it that way. And yeah, it's gotten a bit chilly. It's gonna warm up into the 50s throughout this week, but the nights are gonna be cold. Tonight's supposed to be the coldest night of the year to date for this winter season. They're calling for 18 degrees, I believe. So yeah, it's gonna be a little bit chilly tonight. We're in the teens. Yeah, it's all good though. I don't mind the cold. I can always warm up. It's the heat you can't cool down from sometimes. I just add another jacket, another layer of pants or whatever to deal with the cold. Going up on top of this mountain here, this is pretty cool. Let's see if I can't pan you guys over that way. Oh, I guess not in my face, huh? There we go. And it's too late. Oh well. Sorry, I tried. So yeah. Wow, what a different way to come out here. Hadn't been in that route before. Some of that route. And all that driving I just did is still within, I think, Berkeley County. I think I may have been in Jefferson County. I don't know. Nice drive though. It's pretty out here. I always liked West Virginia. Never managed to move out here till now. Kind of glad I have. Still looking for a piece of property. Still want to buy some property. Uh, Need to start my homestead. Very, very interested in that. I guess I'll get a lot of experience here with Camp Freedom NHQ. At HQ, I think I'm going to be putting up a chicken coop soon. Start raising some meat hens and some laying egg hens for next spring, early summer. Should be able to get something producing by that time. I got to start soon though. I think it takes like 6 to 9 months to get laying eggs, laying hens, and to have meat birds ready to process. I'm going to go get my hunting license as soon as I get my hard copy for my drivers, for my DL. Right now, all I have is a paper copy. As soon as my hard copy comes in, I'm probably going to get my license immediately thereafter. My hunting license, fishing license, and all that fun stuff. Because then I'm going to make time to do that so that I can put food in my freezer, put meats in my freezer. How's it going? All right. I believe that gentleman's name is Donnie, I think. I met him a while ago. But yeah, so I'm back here headed into Camp Freedom. And we'll see what we got when we get down there. Hopefully all my stuff is still intact. They didn't tell me what all had happened, and I hadn't been down here, like I said, in a couple of days, so I just heard the water rose pretty high to my trailer, and I need to check it out. I appreciate all you guys being here. Thank you for joining me today, this afternoon. Uh, Pretty much just been rambling, talking kind of the way things have been going for me to give you guys an idea of what I've been doing. I almost said dealing with. I guess I'm not really necessarily dealing with it. I'm just doing the things that need to be done. So my truck has a switch where I can push the button, and it will brake itself down the mountain. Like right now, I don't have my foot on the brake; it's braking itself. Hold me at 5 miles an hour. 6 mile an hour, somewhere around there, and the brakes are applying themselves. It's crazy how this thing works. Tell you what, technology is something else. Technology is really something else. Oh, it looks like Hal's trailer is gone. So yeah, he packed up. I guess he had that trailer for 30 days. And he had to get it back. It doesn't look like much of anybody's down here, guys. Looks like it's me, myself, and I. Yeah, there's a vehicle. That vehicle's heading around the corner. Yeah, when I drove down here, I didn't see any vehicles here, but there's that one. I believe that one belongs to Dustin. This culvert pipe has been sitting here for a little while. Looks like they pretty much got the whole of the house tore down. Maybe I'll grab my big jacket and we'll walk over here and look at that. Well, my trailer looks out of level just looking at it. Ouch. That's not good. Necessarily looks like everything else has survived. Yeah, so well, I hope my lumber didn't get wet. Yeah, let me grab my big jacket. Maybe we'll walk straight down. Hey, everybody. We'll walk straight down to. I'm getting cramps. A lot of cramps today. What the heck? I don't normally get cramps like this. Yeah, why don't we go ahead and walk down here to the house. Let's see how that looks, because that looked different to me. Where's my big jacket? And of course, as you guys can see, this is my big jacket. Anybody that saw me at Hagerstown during TPC, this is all I wore because it was cold out there. So I'll go ahead and put it on. Just take it in, get a new zipper put on it. The zipper piece broke off. And I don't have much battery juice. Let's see how much battery I got here. Oh, that's full. Go ahead and tie you guys into this. Due to no battery. So selfie stick, maybe, if I can find it. It was just there. I moved it so somebody could get in the truck every day. And I don't know where it is. There it is. No, that's right. Don't do that. I hear a generator, so my assumption is somebody's here. All right. All right. I think that works for now. Hope I don't run into anybody I don't want to. redo this with the culvert back up this way. I haven't seen the house in a few days. I haven't been up here. I guess they've done a little bit more than what they had previously. Nothing spectacular, but it's steadily getting done. Done a lot of clearing down in that area. I can see that's been done. I don't know if it's the die off from the winter that has come. I see they have some orange flags out, markers. I don't know what they were marking, but yeah, so. All right, well, got to see that. So you can see all the leaves are gone off all the trees now. Beautiful bright blue sky. Flagpole's still up with my Christian flag on it. So yeah, that's mine there. That party truck up there. Wonder whose party truck that is up on the hill. So I picked up some pallets the other day from work. Started a compost bin. Uh, Even thinking about doing some other stuff with the pallets, as far as, like I said, a chicken coop and stuff like that. We'll see how that works out. The wood looks like it is okay. Looks like it may have gotten wet, but most of it's okay. I need to get that push mower back over to my son. But yeah, everything seems to be okay. All right, well, I'm gonna put you guys in the truck for a minute. I'm going to look at a couple of things in the trailer real quick, and then we'll be headed back to work on the tiny home. Need to grab a couple of things. I'll be back, guys. Give me a sec. Stop, stop. Well, thank you, Patricia. Yeah, everything's good. Hey, Linda Peterson, hang on. It's very pretty out here right now, Sam. Thank you. Yes, it should be, Sam. I'll post pictures probably a little bit of the work that I got accomplished last night. Oh, thank you, Linda. Of course. Mama Earth, yes, it would be nice. Yeah, that's what I thought too. But everybody's already picked up their soybean, and this crop still had their soybean on the ground. That's the only reason why I was saying that. It's exactly what we're planning on doing. See, Deb, good to see you here. Uh, Many people don't like the cold. I don't mind it. Yeah, Hal's definitely gonna go hibernate. Well, over in Cali, yeah, it's still pretty warm over there. It seems. Yes, I have heat. It is, Mama Jan. I'm just busy up on top of the hill per se, and it's keeping a long time over there. Without resources over here, it's hard to do anything over here right now. Uh, without electric, water, the whole 9 yards. My trailer has not winterized as of yet, but it doesn't have water in it. We'll put it that way. And that's at HQ, C-Dub. You got that right, friendly monkey. You got that right. I got nothing to lose at this point. I really don't. You know, I'm living my life. I'm living what I want to do. Hey, Ashley's Variety, how you doing? It's very nice, Lisa. It's very nice. Hey, Gary Reed, good to see you, buddy. I hadn't seen you in a while. Yeah, I did. My son built chicken coop out of pallets. I've heard of this, Mama Earth. I haven't seen it. Rats coming through and living below has been. I would probably do something to deter that, Mama Earth. Uh, it's hard, but I do know that there's different ways to make things happen, and I'm one of those guys that tries to get the best out of what I might have. Take care, Patricia. You're already gone, I'm sure, but take care anyway. Thank you for being here. Good to see you. Lots of snow up here in Saskatchewan, about 20 inches, and it had been minus 20. Insane for November. That's what I keep hearing, Mama Jan. I'm not sure. I don't know if my comments are frozen or not. I see there's a few people watching, which thank you all for being here. And yeah, I'm headed back over to uh, work on the tiny home. See what I can get accomplished today. I know I've gone days without getting anything accomplished, and then whenever I do get something accomplished, it feels good. I believe the day before, or was it yesterday? I had to size size up some wood. I was using the table the quote unquote one I wanted, or should I say, uh, 3/4 board by 1.5 by 2.25 by 3/4. Um, there was a couple of other sizes, I believe. It was part of that dash. Said I was going to sharpen up my pencil. I did a drawing on the floor, on the wood floor at the time, of how that whole front piece was going to go in front of the uh, heater and the electrical panel. And in Spanish, it was a dibujo. And I took a picture of the dibujo because we were fixing to cover it up with flooring. And last night, I managed to get all the pieces of wood put back in place. I'd given you a small snippet, a hard shot of everything that I had demoed, and now you'll get to see the replacement. I don't know if there's. I don't think there was a video. Well, there definitely wasn't a video on the demo. I don't know if there was a picture of before I cut it out. But yeah, so I did all the dimensions on the floor, took a picture of it. Last night I was steadily looking at my phone as I was rebuilding that piece. Got done about 1 o'clock this morning. I felt good. It was satisfying. I was pretty happy. And to me, I think it looks fantastic. Of course, it needs, wood filler here, wood filler there, whatever to sand it off, make it nice and smooth and look more even. Uh, I mean, all the wood's even, just, fill in the gaps per se, literally. But yeah, I think once that gets accomplished, it will look fantastic, pretty much brand new. The bad part is, in my opinion, is that she now has hardwood supporting those positions there as opposed to quote unquote man-made board that they similar to a particle board, I believe is the term for it. I don't even know what they call that crap, in my opinion. I don't even know what they call it, but it's lighter than wood, so that's why they use the lighter material. But anyway, so I got that rebuilt. Now I'm going to go work on her cabinet, get the stove put back in, get the sink tied in, get all the wiring redone, build a couple of brackets here and there to help support the brackets for the drawers so they slide in and out, roll in and out, however you want to look at it. Get a couple of those and get it secured to the wall and floor. Uh, Pretty much be a livable space at that point. Uh, and for those of you that had been following along, we had removed, y'all had seen me remove, as a matter of fact, I did a live on it, removing a piece of section of the floor and replacing it. I got that new piece put back in. As I was looking at the other end, I had the same issues over there, so we wound up cutting 24 inches out of that section and filling it back in with new wood. And it just needs to be finalized. I got to seal it from underneath so that I can get filler in between the plywood, in between the plywoods uh, to make it more sturdy, and then start working on the flooring on that. So that's something more to come. Once I get all the flooring done, I'm sure that her or I will get you a picture of what everything looks like under completion. She's still got some ideas what she wants to do with that section of the slide now that everything has been removed. There was a table there, a little dinette table, whatever you want to call it, a couple of benches. Then there was a platform for a couch that had storage underneath. Uh, she's debating on whether or not she wants to put that back or she wants to do something different. I continue to tell her, of course, it's your tiny home. You do what you want. Make it what you want because it is your place. So we'll see if she comes up with any different ideas. She has told me she believes she wants one of the benches back in the dinette, so we'll see how that works out. I've got two of them there, so I can use either one. I don't know. There's several different things that we're still talking about on that part, but we're getting there. And hopefully before the new year, she'll have, actually, personally, I believe after today, she'll have an actual living space. It will still be being completed, but she'll have a living space where she can stay. I need to get the back wall done. That's the next very important thing to accomplish. I was hoping to get that or work on that this weekend, but didn't work out that way. It's been cold, and I didn't want to have the whole trailer wide open uh, while she was inside painting or whatever it was that she was going to be doing. So yeah, just kind of put a hold on that. We'll probably get that accomplished next weekend, if not throughout the week, and we'll see how everything goes from here. But yeah, so it's kind of an update on what's going on with me, and I guess we'll get on back down the road and to my other place. That trailer needs to be leveled. gonna have to do something for that, and quickly. Being at a level is never a good thing. That literally pertains to life. It was kind of cool driving that up with the sun. Put on gas. Driving up the mountain. All the time that I lived out in this area back in time past, meaning Northern Virginia, of course, I never had the opportunity to find like a real good place to go four wheeling. I did find one location, but it was mostly just rock, driving over rock and stuff like that, which, that's fun in and of itself. But I'm trying to go straight up and down a mountain kind of mountain climbing that I'm talking about. I want to be able to feel the grade, the degree of the grade going up and or down. And a lot of times, the four wheeling areas around here are not like that. Because I know in Utah, we used to travel up, we used to literally drive up and down the sides of a mountain, not just on regular paved roads, but on back country, actually no road kind of area, and just make your way up to the top. I know that's the way we used to go out and we'd go hunting, we'd go find a ravine, or not a ravine, a ridge, go drive up the top side of the ridge, park, and then work our way down both sides of the ridge in the ravine, scare the animals up. I don't know. There's just no place to go four wheeling. It seems like I want to go climb mountains. Oh, I'm in the wrong area of the world, I believe. I guess they don't do that around here. I don't know. Never have been able to find it. Like I said, I've spent, well, up to now, 24 years in this area. 24 of my 57. Wow. I guess at one point it's going to supersede the 50 percentile, though I don't. Yeah, we'll see. Literally only God knows. So, yeah. Oh, and for those of you that do not know, I do have a P.O. box in Inwood, West Virginia. I don't know if anybody wants to try to put that up. It is in if you go to the About page, or the About tab on my page, on my YouTube page, it has in there all the information that you would need in order to try to contact me. It's got my emails, it's got my Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, Zelle, and now it has the PO box as well. For those of you that would be interested. Not frozen. Okay, here we go. I chicken wired the holes, and you put plywood down. I can send the pick. if you want. It's got a tin roof. Oh, that's cool, Mama Earth. Yeah, you want to send me some pic information, whatever? Yeah, that's fine. Like I said, my emails are listed in the about area of my channel. Maybe in the community. I don't know. Sorry, guys. But yeah, you want to send me some information? I'll definitely accept the information. And yeah, well, that would be my intent. Like you were talking about, the rats getting underneath stuff like that. Yeah, I would definitely find a way to deter that, not allow that to continue. Oops, that made me spin my tires. But yeah, it's kind of a pretty shot here. 55-mile-an-hour zone. Wait, wait, get over here, truck. Come on, get off the road. But yeah, so now getting cramps in my fingers. Horribly. From using them tin snips last night. So, like I was talking about, I had redone the heater vents on the coming off the back of our heater for the trailer for the tiny home, and using 4-inch pipe. And of course, I had to dovetail everything. And anybody that knows anything about HVAC, when you have to dovetail, especially something small like that, that's a lot of cuts. And you're doing it 6 times because I did three on the no, I did it 3 times. But 3 times is probably roughly, I don't know, 80 cuts, give or take, 80 slices, and little ones too, little half-inch pieces. So I dovetail that whole piece. So basically, she's got a rebuilt duct system, specialty duct system. That's not your average wham bam, let's go kind of thing. That took time and heart carrying doing it because most people wouldn't have taken the time that I took to put it together to do it the way I wanted, the way I feel it needed to be done. I redid the whole face of the ducting system. I'll put pictures of it and show you that as well. There'll probably be a picture of each item kind of thing of what I've done. You'll see the ducting system. I had to do the ducting system in order to put the face of that, the facade of that in place. Otherwise, I'd have been fighting the wood to put the pieces in, as opposed to I had everything wide open. I could just slide everything in and out, kind of thing, as I was prepping it and making sure it was going to work or, yeah, work properly. So, and then I put the whole facade on, and yeah, it looks pretty cool though. I liked it. I'm pretty satisfied with it. She hasn't seen it yet, well, other than in pictures. I did send her some pictures. But yeah, so those are things that have been keeping me busy. I love to see that flag furling in the window. And that, did you see right here that K apostrophe N trucking? That was a sign that came from somewhere in Texas. I'm trying to think of where. I think it was Three Rivers. That sign came from Three Rivers, Texas, which is kind of cool. I know where Three Rivers is. I grew up down in that area. We used to go up in the Three Rivers area all the time. We had family that lived in Beeville, and there's the name of another town right over there, that same general area. and I can't remember what the name of it is, but yeah, we used to go out there all the time, hang out. My uncles hunted out there, wild boar. I don't know if I ever told you the story of this wild boar that they brought home at 3 a.m. one time. Literally, the boar's belly was higher than the bed of a regular pickup. You know, the bed rail. The belly was over the top of the bed railing, and the tailgate was down. Mind you, it was an 8 foot bed because back then they didn't make very many 6 foot beds, but it was an 8 foot bed. They had the tailgate down, and the end of the snout was, I say the end of the snout, it was basically the whole snout from like the mouth forward was hanging over the bed of was hanging over the tailgate, meaning that boar was probably 9 feet long, give or take. No, 10 feet long, give or take. But yeah, huge, huge animal. And don't ask me why I was up at 3 o'clock in the morning when they got home. Hardy har har. Thank you, the missus. Oh, thank you, Mama Jan. Thank you guys for posting that. I thank you, Sam. A lot of people they ask, I get asked all the time, why don't you show this? Why don't you show that? Well, if everybody remembers the day of my channel, when I first started my channel, I wanted it to be a positive influence or just positivity, no. The only request I had of everybody and anybody, include the moderators, was to make sure there was no negativity posted in my chat. I've tried to maintain that to the best of my ability. I know that I've gone into the drama, not wantingly, but knowingly that you guys probably wanted to see it. Uh, so I was basically succumbing to my stream, uh, which I don't do often. I mostly I do what I feel like I need to be doing, and I wouldn't do things like that. But I did a couple of times. Uh, I'll take all responsibility to that. But I try to maintain the positivity in my channel just because that's what I like, because I cannot afford to have the negativity in my life, in my lifestyle. And, I don't have that great of a lifestyle, but to me, it's the best. I wouldn't be doing it otherwise, right? I struggle. We all do. It's understandable. Uh, but we get through it. I get through it. God puts me in precarious situations. He only gives me that which I can handle, I guess you could say, or knowing he only gives me that which he knows that I can handle, though I might not know it at that time myself. Uh, in other words, he's teaching me. He's teaching me something new. I'm learning. We all are. Yeah? All through our lives, that's all we do is we just continue to learn. We just continue to learn, and God's been doing that to me all my life. Uh, by His grace, I am able to recognize it, and he's done that for me. I was talking to a couple of the guys at church this morning, and I was like, I made it back over in this area right before the pandemic. Uh, this, that, this, that. I said, and I feel like God did that for me. He had me in the right spots on His time, not mine. And I almost got the feeling like, excuse me, what did you just say? But that's fine. That's fine. Maybe I'm in the spot where I'm supposed to be. I found this is like the fourth or fifth week that I have been looking for a church to go to. that I've gone to, and they weren't comfortable to me. They didn't make me feel, not the people. I'm not talking about the people. I'm talking about the way of their teaching. The things that they did was not along the lines that I grew up with, and it seemed a little bit outlandish, a little bit out there. I'm a quote unquote traditional uh, kind of guy, through and through, meaning politically, morally, uh, church wise. And I believe it's because of the church that I grew up in, was taught in and raised in, that has made me who I am today by its own means. We're influenced by our parents, our elderly, our, you know, there's another term that we just call them. But we also learn by reading, hearing, and interacting amongst others. And where I went today, it was comfortable. I think there's something missing. Uh, and I say that out loud, and then I turn around and tell myself that's a dead fuck. And I turn around and tell myself, I said, maybe it's me. Uh, I don't know why things like that come to my mind, but they do. So, maybe I'm hoping to be back there again next Sunday. I'm hoping to be able to make my schedule available to them, to Christ as usual. And I'm even thinking about maybe going to Wednesday evening Bible study, which is they're studying Daniel right now, and Daniel's got a good stories. So I might find myself over there on Wednesdays. And we'd have to ask about live streaming. I did not talk to them about live streaming this morning. That's why I left the phone the way I did. I appreciate you guys that did associate and listen to that. Uh, so that y'all know, that is not the preacher there. That was the gentleman that has stood in and helping continue to lead the congregation as they are looking for a new preacher, which they have one coming in at the beginning of January. I'm kind of looking forward to that in and of itself. So we'll see how this gets us through these next couple of months. Meaning, gosh almighty, people, can y'all believe that it's Thanksgiving on Thursday? That is incredible. Where'd the year go? Seems like just yesterday we were in Hagerstown, Breezewood, Breezewood, Pennsylvania. That's where my journey began. It has brought me to where I am today. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess y'all ended up getting a little bit more out of me than I had anticipated was going to be coming out. Though I've enjoyed speaking with you guys. So we're back over here. Got, I don't know, somewhere. I think I have the key. So let's see. How much juice? Still good juice. How much battery power I got? I'm still good. Well, probably because it's been warm the whole time. It hasn't had a chance to get cold. That's probably why my battery juice is still up. The generator. Uh, Guys, do we have sound now? When did it stop sounding? Hello? No sound muted. 305, 304. Okay, yes, we have sound now. So did the sound just stop for like a couple of minutes? I think it was because I tilted the phone. It told me to rotate it. Just stopped when you went outside. I didn't go outside. I don't know. It stopped when I came in the trailer. Did it come back on shortly thereafter? No. No. So then everything that I just explained to y'all missed every bit of it. Have y'all missed the past 5 minutes? You heard everything? No? Yeah, maybe? You heard nothing. We missed it all. Oh my goodness. So you see me pointing fingers and you don't hear anything coming out of my mouth. Oh my goodness. Right after you left the truck. Oh, that's strange. Maybe that's when the phone turned, because when the phone turned, the phone had rotated and it told me to rotate it back. Yeah, we saw the finger. Oh my gosh, guys. I just explained everything. But anyway, for those of you that had been watching, I had shown y'all a location. It was between some tables and stuff where this was completely torn out. There was no face here. You can see the new wood back there, new one here. Of course, all this right here. I replaced all that. I had to strip the wood on my table saw to the size needed, because it's 2¼ by 3/4. It's 1½ by 3/4. It's all different sizes. So I stripped it all, made it all out of pine. So now she's got really real hardwood in there, as opposed to, well, not real hardwood, but as opposed to this pressed wood that they make these trailers out of. I'm gonna have to rebuild this whole back corner here and the railing and everything coming up to the front. For the stove, this is where the stove goes. I believe there's storage underneath. She's got drawers here, blah blah blah. She's got baskets in a couple of locations. She painted those, and they match this color here, which is going to be the return grill, which goes right there in front of that piping. All that piping is what I did specialty work on yesterday, last night, to reattach it to her heater. Originally there was flexible hoses in there. They were rotted. They had holes in them. And so I figured to give her something that will last her a lot longer and better airflow, I would go ahead and hard pipe it all in, which is what I did. And like I said, all this wood here, anything below the white, that right there, those were just measurements I put on that. She's mad because I made all the pencil marks. Sorry. Paint will cover it. And anyway, so yeah, I reframed all that. That was I don't know if y'all remember, I had a uh, diagram, a drawing here on the floor. Took pictures of it. That was all these pieces here. Still got to put that panel in. Still have to put that panel in. There's a little switch that goes in on that. But yeah, so this is pretty much uh, getting to be where it's livable. I'm getting ready to do her sink and this whole cabinetry here, get it all secured, put back together. You can see, that's stove connector right there, and electrical connections, and yeah, water connections down here. And that's that red and white pipe right there. There's water connections down there that tie into the hoses that come into the sink. Blah blah blah. Uh, put the switch back on the wall that we took down to get everything else taken apart. But yeah, so it's coming along. Should be livable. I don't know, within the next week. I would say within the next week. Still have to do the back wall here. Got to put new paneling in. Repair some of the ceiling pieces here because she had water leakage. We got all that taken care of. Hey, Lulu, how you doing? Yeah, it pretty much everything. Pretty much everything being redone. So yeah, it's been a handful, and we've steadily been trudging at it and getting it taken care of. Uh, yeah, we're getting there. I don't think it's looking too bad. I think it's starting to come together. Pretty excited to see it start coming together.
I hadn't even noticed, but I think her countertop color there almost coincides with the flooring. I don't think either of us have seen that. But anyway, so yeah. So my next deal was I was gonna go. Did you get the earbud slide out all fixed up? Yes, that was the new wood here. There's the old one. Took everything out. Uh, and then there was new wood that I replaced at the other end of the slide. That's the old one. That's the new one. So yeah, I did have to do some rework on that as well. There's still some adjustments I need to make on that. So another process that needs to be worked on. But yeah, so but I'm learning something. It's cool. It's not the same everyday rigmarole, blase day. It's like doing something different, learning something new. If you don't know it, or just doing something different on a regular basis, makes a big difference for me. So yeah, I just keep trudging along. It'll get taken care of. It's not going to fix itself, so somebody has to do it. And I said I could do it, and I'm proving to myself I can, which is important. Thank you guys. Thank you, just me. So the rest of that, before I realized that I was talking to nobody, talking to all of y'all, and y'all weren't hearing me, is that I said I was going to go ahead and shut down my chat for now, my live, so that way I can get work in the trailer done. And unless you guys wanted to chat for a moment, I could go sit in the truck and we could chat for a little bit. I can answer some questions if you have any. Do you think live streamers are looking for approval? Carly, I don't know what live streamers are looking for. I'm not. I can only speak for myself. I'm not looking for approval. I'm just showing people what I do, what I'm doing. Uh, we're all having to learn to cope with this. I'm going to say unforeseen lifestyle that we're having to live right now due to this regime that we have in office. So these are one of my ways of coping is by tackling projects that are maybe not something that I would normally do. Like I'm not going to go out and look for this to do. It kind of found me, uh, and I know I can do it. So therefore, I've taken on the opportunity, taken on the challenge. However you want to look at it. To me, it's an opportunity. Some it might be a challenge. So yeah. Well, thank you, Mom Earth. It is, Carly. I enjoy it like on my job sites, where I'm at right now. I'm slowly starting to see the facade come up on the building. Mind you, it's a 7-story building, so it's a large facade. But as it continues to change almost on the weekly basis, it's cool to see. Of course, on my job, we got wall caps going up now. That was part of the work that needed to be done over the weekend. But nevertheless, yeah, I mean, construction is interesting because you get to see actually something actually physical transpiring. In the words of Freddie Prince, looking good. Thank you, Doc Savage. How you doing? I'm going back through some of the chat, seeing what you guys said. Hey, Aunt B, thank you. I got the gist of it. What am I doing and where are we? Hey, Martin, how you doing? Uh, I am working on a tiny home for Miss Victoria, and I am in Berkeley County still. I haven't left. I've taken up residency, as we had discussed earlier. For those of you that didn't hear me earlier, I actually have a West Virginia driver's license. I'm waiting for the hard copy, and I need to go register my vehicle now. My vehicles, because I have a trailer as well. Need to go get those registered, and then I will definitely be a full-time West by God Virginia resident. I guess they call these people here Northerners. Though I think most of West Virginia gets upset when they're called Northerners because they believe themselves to be Southerners. Nevertheless, they're in the North. But here I am, so am I. So it's kind of cool. Uh, been enjoying the time of what I've been doing. I'm reconstructing basically a trailer, floor, and everything next to it because some of that stuff got wet, needed to be redone. That's what I've been doing. The whole floor from front to back was completely redone. That's all the flooring that you see here is, as you can see, it's not complete back here. I still got to do the restroom area. I don't want to pull down that back wall because it takes a lot of work. I've got it all taped in place with the tarp and everything to try to keep the water out. And I don't want to pull it down without being able to accomplish everything that I need to get accomplished in that back wall at that time, which is probably going to be Saturday, uh, unfortunately. Oh, no, 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 no. This is Thanksgiving weekend. That might be Thursday, as early as Thursday. I forgot about that. Ruh-roh. Looks like that's going to get accomplished here real soon, in the next few days. Oh, that just made me feel so much better knowing that I have a short week. I only work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Wow, that's cool. Yeah, and that's the Corlux flooring that we're using. Those are empty trash boxes. They were down over here, and I wanted to get all that cleaned up, so I just threw them back there real quick. Oh, thank you, Carly. I always love my view in this old house. We can call this channel Fixing It with Frankie. Thank you, Sam. Hi. That's funny. You never know. You never know, Sam. It might come to that. I don't know about the Frankie Bobby channel would change its name, but there might be a channel that might come to that. Like I said earlier, I've been, I'm going to say, offered an opportunity to do this possibly on a full-time basis. I don't know. We'll see. I have enjoyed doing what I've been doing. I wish there was an easier way around it sometimes, but hey, take the good with the bad, right? That's the way life is. Yeah, so I'm actually pretty excited though. This has been a fun process. It's been a almost a healing type process, but it's definitely been a fun process. It's taken a little bit longer than probably it should, but I'm not here to try to win any races. I'm here to try to make sure that the trailer is done, the tiny home is done properly, and it's taken a lot. So yeah, but we're getting there. We're getting there. It's starting to look. It's starting to look a lot different to me, and I'm sure it will to her as well when she gets here. She's been gone for a little bit now, a couple of days, but yeah. But anyway, guys, so doesn't look like I had much in comment that y'all wanted to talk about. So I'm probably gonna go ahead and shut down. It's going on 2 hours. I know I did what, an hour previous to that, an hour and 15 or something like that in church, so that y'all could hear the sermon that I was listening to. And I will be going back to that church. Probably talk to them about it. Maybe even live stream it. You never know. We'll see. Uh, we'll see how that works out. But nevertheless, thank you all for being here. Thank you for coming to my channel. Thank you for supporting me in the way that you do. Showing up here is support in and of itself, and it's greatly appreciated by me. It's good seeing you guys, Mama Jan. It's good seeing you, Flynn Dutchy. Sorry I didn't call you out earlier, Flynn, but I just realized that I saw you earlier. It would be fantastic for you to be doing what you love, and getting paid for it would make it even better. You get that right, the missus. Bye, Carly. We'll see you. Nice seeing you again as well, Martin. And I don't know. I guess some of y'all went with me over to Camp Freedom, right? While I was over there, I got to go see what that's the next floor I need to be concerned with uh, getting done. So that my trailer, that will be a demo complete restore on the floor, and we'll see what else I decide to do. Until the next time, yes, ma'am. Take care. Be careful out there on that West Coast. I hear it's getting a little bit crazy over there again. Uh, wow, these elections, guys. I try to stay out of it. I don't normally dive into things like that because it's so negative the way it's being done these days. But man, Arizona, that's insane. Arizona, Pennsylvania, I mean, all of them. People are trying to make excuses why others lost, why this, why. I mean, I don't know. And yeah, I'm so done with that stuff. That's why this was being done at 1 o'clock this morning, kind of thing. You know what I mean? So yeah, yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, Mama Jan, it is. It's just they're blatantly putting it in our faces, and people are doing nothing about it. It's insane. I wished we had the populace that would that would come together like they did in Brazil and just go bonkers. It is next Lex. I was showing some things that I had done, replacing all this facade here, all that new wood there, getting ready to set the countertop and everything for the stove and whatnot. This is Curly's little home, tiny home. But yeah, all the stuff that's on out there in the elections is just insane. How can we expect to have a free and fair election in 2024 when first off we didn't fix 2020? So now we're here with 2020. Well, in my opinion, we didn't fix 2018. 2018 is when you saw it start hitting pretty hard, and then in 2020 again, and then in 2022. And how do we expect 2024 to be anything different? It won't be. We'll be going through the same old crap that the states are going through right now. I guess the best thing is that we did wind up winning the House with a barely majority of 18, and the Senate's still up in the air, I believe, from what I'm hearing, and I think it's one off right now, and that's the Herschel Walker Warnock one, and Walker should have won that hands down, and of course he didn't. Nevertheless, yeah, we didn't fix 18, we didn't fix 2020, we didn't fix 22, and here we are going in 2024, and everybody expects it to be different. It's like insanity. People doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting different results. It doesn't happen. Nevertheless, I digress. Good afternoon, good evening, and we'll see you guys later. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Thank you for hanging out with me this Sunday afternoon. And I hope to see you guys soon enough again, which it probably won't be too many days because I think when I do that back wall, I'm probably going to have that on a full live. That way you guys can watch the process that I'll be going through. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. Take care. Love you guys. Thank you all for your support, and we'll see y'all later. Bye. Oh, wait. Bye. I don't know who does that.